Very good day, my dear students. In this video, we are going to talk about a very quick and simple and effective method of how to accurately determine the correct rate of surcharge. So if in the question we are given to compute the tax liability or tax payable, we need to compute the tax on total income and then figure out the amount of surcharge. And for that, it's important that we determine the right rate of or the correct rate of surcharge. If we apply the incorrect rate or the wrong rate of surcharge, obviously the amount of tax liability or tax payable will be wrong and we will lose out on marks. I have seen that several students struggle on this particular point. In many cases, I have seen students applying the incorrect rate of surcharge. And why is it so? It's because different rates of surcharge are applicable and the rate of surcharge depends on the level of total income. And since different levels are involved and certain complexities are also involved, it's not as straightforward as it can be. So just to give you an idea, just take a look at the provisions of law, the bare text of the law which deals with surcharge on income tax, and see the kind of language and see how lengthy is this. There are clauses A, B, C, D, E, and then a proviso as well. If you look at this language, it will be very difficult to actually make sense of this and figure out as to how to quickly determine the correct rate of surcharge. So what I have done, I have converted this complicated portion of law into a simple table as you can see on your screen. And this provides you a very quick and simple method to correctly determine the rate of surcharge. Before we talk about this, let's quickly take a look at some of the key points. So as we know, surcharge is levied on tax which is computed on the total income, right? Surcharge is an additional tax and it is levied on tax on total income exceeding 50 lakh rupees. That means this is the threshold. Surcharge is levied only if the total income exceeds 50 lakh rupees. Else surcharge is not to be added to the amount of tax on total income. Okay. Now there are different rates of surcharge which have been prescribed. 10%, 15%, 25%, and 37%. So this is the range. And the rate of surcharge depends on the level of total income. As you can see in this table, 10%, 15%, 25%, 37%. The maximum rate of surcharge can either be 25% or 37%. If we are computing tax liability under the default tax regime, that means under section 115 BSE, concessional rate of tax regime, then the rate of surcharge cannot exceed 25%. It is the maximum rate. And if we are talking about the optional tax regime, the rate of surcharge cannot exceed 37%. This is the maximum rate. Further, there is a limit of the rate of surcharge in respect of certain incomes, which we will call in this video as special incomes. And what are these special incomes? They are 1, dividend, and 2, capital gains, but not all capital gains. Capital gains which are taxable at a special rate, and these are capital gains under section 111A, section 112 or section 112A. If you would have learned the chapter on capital gain, then you would have noted these 3 provisions. So when we talk about capital gain on equity shares or units of an equity oriented fund on which STT or security transaction tax is applicable, then if the gain is short-term capital gain, then the applicable section is 111A, under which 15% special rate of tax applies. And if the gain is long-term, then section 112A is applicable, on which a concessional rate of 10% applies. If we are talking about long-term capital gain, and if it is not covered under 112A, that means capital assets other than equity shares or units of equity oriented fund, then the general rate on such long-term capital gain applies of 20% under section 112. So capital gains taxable at special rate, that means 111A, 112 or 112A. When we compute tax on such capital gain, then the rate of surcharge on such tax cannot exceed 15%, and same goes for dividend. So the limit of surcharge is 15% in respect of computing surcharge on tax on such special incomes. Now this is a table that I have developed, and this shows a quick and simple method to determine the rate of surcharge. And the point to note is that these rates are applicable both under the default as well as optional tax regimes. It doesn't matter. And the rate of surcharge depends on the level of total income. So what we need to do is we need to bifurcate total income into two portions. One is special income, that means dividend 111A, 112 and 112A income. And the balance or the residual income becomes the other income or the regular income. Obviously, special income plus the other income is equal to total income. In this table, you will also see a last column devoted to marginal relief. We will not talk about this in this video because this is not the focus of this video. So let's see how to determine the rate of surcharge depending on the level of income. If the total income is up to 50 lakh and whatever be the amount of special income or the other income, it doesn't matter. If the total income is up to 50 lakh, there is no surcharge. So when you compute tax on total income, you should not add anything in respect of surcharge to such tax. Now if the total income exceeds 50 lakh but it is up to 1 crore, then the rate of surcharge both on special income as well as on the other income is 10%. So basically you need to apply the rate of surcharge as 10% to the entire amount of total tax on the entire total income. If the total income is more than 1 crore but up to 2 crore, then the rate of surcharge increases to 15% for special as well as on the other income. So tax on the entire total income, and on that entire tax you need to apply a surcharge of 15%. If the total income exceeds 2 crore, two situations are possible. Either the other income is up to 2 crore or it is more than 2 crore and up to 5 crore. So where the total income is more than 2 crore and the other income is up to 2 crore, okay, rest being special income, then the rate of surcharge again continues to be 15% on tax on special income as well as on the other income. So the entire tax on total income, the rate of surcharge becomes 15%. So this is the same rate as was applicable to this particular case, where the total income was more than 1 crore and up to 2 crore. But where the total income is more than 2 crore and the other income is more than 2 crore and up to 5 crore, then the rate of surcharge in respect of tax on special income is 15%, but the rate of surcharge on tax on other income rises to 25%. So here you will note the difference. Till this particular point, the rate of surcharge remains the same whether the tax is on special income or on other income. But from this point onwards, the rate of surcharge differs. While the rate of surcharge increases from 15% to 25% in respect of tax on other income, it remains at 15% because, as we have seen, the surcharge on tax on special income is restricted to 15%. It cannot exceed 15%. Lastly, if the total income is more than 5 crore and the other income is more than 5 crore, then while the rate of surcharge on tax on special income remains restricted to 15%, the rate of surcharge on tax on the other income is 25% or 37%. So 25% when we are talking about default tax regime under section 115 BAC, because 25% is the maximum rate of surcharge under the default tax regime. So the rate of surcharge remains at 25%. But if we are computing tax under the optional tax regime, the rate of surcharge increases further from 25% to 37%. So these are the various levels: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 levels. And consequently, using this particular table, we can very quickly and easily determine the correct rate of surcharge. We will now look at certain examples and illustrations. So 9 illustrations in all, and we will quickly look at these illustrations one by one. So as you can see, this is the list of incomes: dividend, short-term capital gain under section 111A, long-term capital gain under section 112A, and long-term capital gain under section 112. So all these are special incomes. And then we have this level of other income, and then we have the level of total income. Number 1. So there is no special income. The other income is 50 lakh, and consequently the total income is also 50 lakh. So as we noted above, if the total income is up to 50 lakh, there is no surcharge, and consequently, in this case, in example 1, the rate of surcharge will be nil. The rate of surcharge will be nil since total income of 50 lakh does not exceed 50 lakh. Number 2. In number 2 also, we don't have any special income. The other income is 1.5 CR and the total income is 1.5 CR. And if we look at the table of surcharge, the total income is 1.5 CR, that means more than 1 CR and up to 2 CR, and therefore the rate of surcharge is 15%. The rate of surcharge is 15%. Since total income of 1.5 CR is greater than 1 crore and up to 2 crore. Number 3. Dividend is 10 lakh. STCG under section 111A is 20 lakh. 112A LTCG is 25 lakh. The other income is 40 lakh, and consequently the total income is 95 lakh. Now the total income is 95 lakh. That means the total income is more than 50 lakh and up to 1 crore, and therefore the rate of surcharge is 10%, both in respect of tax on special income and the other income. So if we look at number 3, the rate of surcharge is 10% since total income of 95 lakh is more than 50 lakh and up to 1 crore. Number 4. Dividend 10 lakh, 111A, 60 lakh, 112A, 65 lakh, and the other income is 50 lakh, and consequently total income is 1.85 CR. So 1.85 CR means total income is more than 1 CR and up to 2 CR. That means the rate of surcharge will be 15% in respect of tax on special income as well as on other income. So rate of surcharge will be 15% since total income of 1.85 CR is more than 1 CR and up to 2 CR. Number 5. Dividend is 60 lakh, STCG 111A 54 lakh, 112A 55 lakh. The other income is 3 crore, 3 CR, and therefore total income is 4.69 CR. Now total income is 4.69 CR. That means total income is more than 2 CR, and the other income is 3 CR. That means greater than 2 CR and up to 5 CR. Greater than 2 crore and up to 5 crore, and therefore the rate of surcharge will be this. The rate of surcharge on tax on special income will be 15%, and that in respect of other income will be 25%. See, the rate of surcharge is 15% on tax on special income, since the rate of surcharge cannot exceed 15%, and the rate of surcharge will be 25% on the other income of 3 crore since it is more than 2 crore for default tax regime and more than 2 crore and up to 5 crore for optional tax regime. Number 6. Dividend 60 lakh, 111A 50 lakh, 112 65 lakh. The other income is 6 crore and total income therefore is 7.75 crore. So if we look at the table, the total income is more than 5 crore and the other income is also more than 5 crore, and therefore the rate of surcharge will be this: 15% in respect of tax on special income and 25% in respect of tax on other income if we are talking about the default tax regime 115 BSE. If we are talking about the optional tax regime, it will be 37%. So rate of surcharge will be 15% on tax on special income since surcharge cannot exceed 15%, and the rate of surcharge will be 37% on the other income of 6 crore under the optional tax regime, since it is more than 5 crore. However, it will be 25% under the default tax regime because 25% is the maximum rate of surcharge under the default tax regime. Number 7. Dividend 55 lakh, 111A STCG 60 lakh, and 112 LTCG 55 lakh. Other income is 1.1 crore and total income is 2.8 crore. Okay, so other income is 1.1 crore and total income is 2.8 crore. So what will be the position? Total income is more than 2 lakh, it's more than 2 crore, and the other income is 1.1 crore, that means up to 2 crore, and therefore the rate of surcharge on tax, whether on special or on other income, will be 15%. So the rate of surcharge will be 15% on tax on special income and 15% on the other income of 1.1 crore since it is up to 2 crore. Thus rate of surcharge on tax on entire total income will be 15%. Number 8. Dividend 55 lakh, 111A STCG 1.1 crore, LTCG 112A 1.1 crore, and the other income is only 5 lakh. Only 5 lakh. And therefore the total income is 2.8 crore. So 2.8 crore is the total income. It is more than 2 crore, and 5 lakh is the other income, which is up to 2 crore, and therefore the rate of surcharge on tax on the entire income, whether special or the other income, will be 15%. The rate of surcharge on tax on entire total income will be 15%. Number 9. Here 112A LTCG is 6.8 crore, while the other income is only 20 lakh, and consequently the total income is 7 crore. So total income is 7 crore. Total income is 7 crore, that means more than 2 crore. And the other income is 20 lakh, which is up to 2 crore, and therefore the rate of surcharge on tax on the entire income will be 15%. It will not be 15% and 25 or 37%, because while the amount of total income is more than 5 crore, it is 7 crore, but the other income is not more than 5 crore because it is only 20 lakh. So this level will apply. Total income more than 2 crore and the other income of up to 2 crore, and consequently the rate of surcharge will be 15%. So rate of surcharge will be on tax on entire total income will be 15%. So using this particular table, you can quickly figure out the correct rate of surcharge, and I can assure you there will be no mistake whatsoever on your side if you use this table. Now 15% limit of surcharge which is applicable in respect of capital gain 111A, 112A and 112A, we should note that it does not apply to short-term capital gain which is other than under section 111A. That means the regular or the normal short-term capital gain. Why? Because such short-term capital gain becomes part of the regular income and it is taxable at normal rates, at regular rates. So this is not actually taxable at special rate, and therefore the 15% limit of surcharge does not apply to tax on such normal short-term capital gain. So hope this video was useful to you, and do subscribe, hit the bell icon to ensure that you do not miss out on any of my videos that I upload. And please, my request is that do like this video, because when you like this video, YouTube relays the video to all others who may be in need of this video. All the best to you, good luck, and see you very soon in my next video.